You are but one.
Alright, so a lot of people are sort of, in a nice way that I can put this, is indifferent about Ermac's new Mortal Kombat 1 design. His actual Mortal Kombat 11 design, or what was supposed to be intended for it, is absolutely amazing. But that's not the direction they went into for MK1. But it got me to thinking, it looks like they're trying to go with the more mummified look for Ermac. I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of that. He just looks less ninja-y and way more, I don't know, zombie-like, dead. I'm not sure what you want to call it. I'm not even sure. Maybe that's what they were going for. I have a lot of questions with this design. I don't hate it like a lot of people seem to do, but I do admit there's a lot of different directions they could have taken with this. But it got me to thinking, with the style that they actually did this in and the manner that they took it in, would I be able to come up with a compelling Ermac design that looked so unlike the typical ninja designs that we've seen in the past? So that's sort of what I tried to do in this video. So the first hurdle that I really had when coming up with this design was drawing Ermac and keeping that somewhat mummified look, or the head wrap look, but I wanted his face to be showing for whatever reason. So I did actually make the wraps and just put a hood over his head. That was the initial hurdle in the designs that I made for Ermac. Then going from there, it was just a matter of the details that I wanted in his design and the look that I was trying to go for. I already knew that I was going to be doing a lot of doing a little soul effect and stuff after I finished the picture. I sort of already had that in mind, as well as I wanted a large glowing sort of eyeball in the center of his outfit. So with those two things in mind, I knew I was going to be getting glowing green in the picture, so I just focused on getting the meat and potatoes of the red design on his base out of the way. I also, for some reason, had an idea of giving him one long sleeve and just having wrapped forearms and hands. I don't know why I wanted to do that so badly, but it was, I don't know, it was just a thing that I wanted to try. I don't know, it was sort of weird. I wanted him to have a lot of wrappings and bands and stuff on his clothes and whatnot, but I didn't want that sort of mummy look that he was given in the design for MK11. I think that's one of the biggest things that hurts his design, is he's such an ugly looking character. And looking at his MK11 design, the intention for him wasn't to look that hideous. And even in past Ermac designs, like Mortal Kombat Deception's Ermac designs is one of my favorites. He didn't look that way there either. I also loved his MK9 design, which is also close to that one, but his face is also entirely wrapped. So the corrupted sort of look and whatnot, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I mean, I get it, but that mummy look is something that I'm not necessarily a fan of. So I wanted to have small elements of that, just with wrappings and stuff in the designs, but I didn't want to focus on that. And so I made it a point not to go there. So that being said, trying to just base out an actual look for Ermac was just the first hurdle, trying to piece something together. And I'm drawing it with the envision of seeing this as a 3D model in game, seeing it in actual movement and action. The one sleeve, to me, I don't know why I thought that would be cool. I have no idea why I thought that would be cool, but I wanted to try it. And then I got to the point where I thought to myself, yeah, designing certain characters is a lot harder than it actually appears in one's own mind until they start just fooling around and drawing things down. Because trying to figure out the color of Ermac's clothes was a hurdle in of itself. Obviously, I know it's going to be black and red, but what I wanted black and what I wanted red was an entirely different issue on itself. And I didn't want it to be a completely dark design, because I felt like something like that should be reserved for a noob Sabat. But at the same time, I didn't want too much red either. So finding that balance and that fine line was also a bit tricky. All in all, I felt like I got a pretty unique design overall for Ermac, and an outfit that I felt like would have fit in Liu Kang's new world of Mortal Kombat 1. So if Ermac was going to get a redesign, I don't feel like mine's is too far-fetched, even though I'm not really sure if it looks better than the one that they came up with for Mortal Kombat 1. Sort of made me appreciate the concept artists that work on these games a lot more, because yeah, trying to come up with an original cool design for Ermac was a lot more daunting than I originally thought about. Like days ago, I did one for Terry Bogard, and because Terry has such a definable look and such a historical precedent with how he looks, and his Garu Mark of the Wolves design is so far away from that, doing a redesign of Terry was rather easy for me and rather simple to pull off, and I sort of liked how that design came out. Not that I don't like how this one came out, but I don't feel confident that this is a design that's any better or worse than what has already been come up with for the MK1 game. So I don't know. I'll let you guys look at this final finished product and be the judge as to whether or not you think this was a hit or a miss, as to whether or not it would fit in the new Mortal Kombat game, or how this looks as an Ermac design in general. Also, I would love your take on what do you think this design is actually missing, or what could have been changed to sort of take this design over the top, or whether or not you feel like it's pretty good or better than the one that currently came up in the Mortal Kombat 1 game. I know there are a lot of you out there that actually like the new Ermac design a lot better than some of the ones in his previous games. I've seen some of you online, so I know that you exist. There's just a lot more of a vocal community that's actually condemning the design, and I don't think it's that bad. It's not the first thing I would have went for Ermac, but it's not as hideous as everyone's saying it is. But in any event, I love your feedback on this design and in the new Ermac design for the game, and you all have a good one, and I'm out.